Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Trainer. So what today's video is going to be on is pretty much a question that one of the homies at the gym had asked me, and it was actually a really good question. So I figured, if he asked me this question, I know there's a lot of other people that thinks the same exact thing. And the reason I know there's a lot of other people that thinks the same exact thing is because I went through it myself when I was doing certain routines, and people would come up to me like, oh man, you shouldn't be doing this or that, and whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, dude, look at me and look at you. If I look like this and you look like that, you do what you do and I'm gonna do what I do because I look a lot better than you anyway. You know what I mean? No offense, but at the same time, it's like, dude, if I'm looking good and you're not looking as good as I am, and you're gonna try to tell me how to do something, nah, I'm not even going to listen to you at all. And a lot of people have a huge misconception about this, so I'm actually going to be hitting you guys up right now to let you know what the deal is. What the question that the dude asked me from the gym was, first question that he asked me was, how easy is it to lose muscle? Okay? And the second question that he asked me was that, how easy is it to lose muscle if you're doing a lot of cardio when you're trying to lose weight? So when you're cutting weight, if you're doing a lot of cardio, can doing a lot of cardio burn muscle? A lot of people think this, and the answer to this is yes, you can burn muscle if you do too much cardio. Okay, but at the same time, doing too much cardio doesn't necessarily guarantee that you will lose muscle. You can actually build muscle doing a lot of cardio also. Okay, so pretty much there's going to be two ways that your body can lose muscle. Okay, number one way that your body can lose muscle is inactivity. All right, inactivity, pretty much you can lose muscle just in activity. If you go a couple weeks without doing any kind of exercises, or pretty much that's exactly what it is. The lowest amount of time you can go without exercise, the lowest amount of time you could go without doing exercises and lose muscle is 10 to 14 days. 2 weeks without doing any kind of exercise and any kind of weightlifting, any kind of physical activity, you can actually lose muscle mass and you can have a decrease in physical fitness. All right, in the 2 week span, you can lose anywhere from 9 to 17 ounces of muscle mass, and you can lose anywhere from, I think it's 20 to 30% and strength gains. Okay, so like I said, if you go 2 weeks without doing any kind of physical activity, any kind of weightlifting, you can actually lose that much in muscle mass and that much in physical fitness. All right. And if you're trying to get it back, let's say that does happen to you, okay? And pretty much I'm doing this from science because it's been scientifically proven that this is a scientific fact, okay? It will generally take anywhere from 5 to 6 weeks of training 4 times a week to be able to regain exactly what you've lost. If you do anywhere less than 4 times a week, it'll take you a little bit longer for you to be able to regain what you've lost, okay? Now, reason number 2, how you can lose your muscle. You can lose muscle from doing too much cardio when you are cutting weight, okay? How is this so? Because I was telling you guys that you can do too much cardio and still build muscle and still be able to cut weight at the same time. Now, this is so by reason number 1. Crash dieting. Okay, if you're crash dieting and you're doing a bunch of cardio and you're on a crash diet because you're using that crash diet to try to cut your calories to lose weight, bam, what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up burning muscle. Number two is pretty much with crash dieting, but number 2 reason is bad nutrition. Bad nutrition goes with the crash diet, okay? Because if you're not getting the proper amount of macros that you need in order to be able to build the muscle, what's going to happen? You're going to burn the muscle, okay? How is this so? Pretty much it's so just like this. It's 4 different reasons. Number 1 reason is this: not eating enough calories. Okay, not eating enough calories. Pretty much when you're taking in a proper amount of calories, it's going to support muscle growth. If you're not taking in the proper amount of calories that you guys need, what's going to happen is your metabolism is going to slow down and you're going to burn muscle because it's trying to burn muscle to conserve energy. Okay. Reason number 2 is you're not getting in enough weight training, okay? Weight training not only does it build muscle, but weight training burns the fat, okay? Reason number 3 is you're not getting enough protein. Protein is the only nutrient that actually builds muscle and keeps your muscles in an anabolic state, okay? Naturally, okay? So, not enough protein. Pretty much reason number 4. not enough carbs. If your carb intake is too low, then you are actually going to be burning your protein source, which will actually burn the muscle. Okay, carbs, they're protein sparing. If you don't know what protein sparing is, pretty much protein sparing conserves muscle tissue, because what you're doing is you're giving your body that natural energy source to be able to burn. And carbs are a natural or a more efficient energy source for your body to be able to burn. So it's giving your body energy to be able to sustain through the workout. If you're not intaking enough carbs, what happens is your body goes to the other natural source, which is protein, which will burn your muscle. Okay, so now that we know what the hell is going on, what can you do in order to stop this from happening? One of the number one things that you need to do is to maintain a proper diet, okay? You maintain a proper diet by intaking proper calorie intake, intaking proper macros, protein, carbs, fats, you know what I'm saying? You do this, and it's going to help retain muscle mass, and it's going to help build the muscle. Okay, reason number two, or way number two, that's going to help you from being able to, if you're doing too much cardio and you're trying to burn fat or trying to cut weight, is use an active weightlifting regimen. If you use an active weightlifting regimen, it's going to help your body build muscle while you're burning fat, because when you build muscle, it burns fat. A lot of people tell me this, and I just laugh when they say this. They like, oh yeah, I'm going to turn fat into muscle. I'm like, how the hell you plan on doing that? You know, it's like physical. You don't turn fat into muscle. You build muscle to burn the fat. Okay, so if any of you guys are out there and you're thinking like, yeah, I'm going to turn the fat into muscle. No, hell no. That's physically friggin' possible. You build the muscle to burn the fat. Okay? Number three thing, because I was about to say number two. I already did number two. Number three thing that you guys can do is you can incorporate a good circuit training for cardio, and that's going to actually help you retain muscle, and it's going to actually help you build the muscle while you're burning the fat. Okay, this is kind of optional. You really don't need to do it, but it can help. And the reason why I say this is because of this. And I told you guys I was going to use myself for an example. When I was up in the giant, what was going on was I was around 175, 180 pounds, right? And I got to my my last place where I was going to do the rest of my time at, and I started getting heavy into weightlifting, started doing heavy cardio, and I actually ended up doing this medicine ball class that they had there. And I was like, you know what? Because I was so used to doing medicine ball regimens, doing my MMA training, that I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to go in here and smoke this class, man. And it's going to help me get my get my ripples back, because I was already swole, but I wanted to get ripped and swole at the same time. So what I would do was I would get up in the morning, I would do the medicine ball class, which was pretty much an hour, do an hour medicine ball class. After the medicine ball class, I would go do my hour to 2 hours of weightlifting. After I would do that, then I would do my 30 minutes of jump roping. And people saw me doing all this stuff. And then plus I was doing my pull-up routine. I was doing my ab routines and stuff like that. And people were like, dude, you be doing too much cardio, man. If you're doing all that cardio, dog, you're gonna burn muscle, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And I'm looking at them like, no, I'm not. How am I going to burn muscle? You know what I'm saying? As long as you are intaking enough calories, you're giving your body that sufficient source of energy to be able to, or not sufficient source of energy, but the sufficient source of macros to be able to burn, to help you build muscle and to give you that energy to be able to go. Okay. And at the end of that 8 weeks, after we got done, because the class, that medicine ball was 8 weeks, I actually went from, I think I was around 12 to 13% body fat. My body fat went from 12 to 13% body fat. It went down to 7% body fat. My muscles actually got bigger and my waist got smaller. I had a six-pack, all ripped up, everything. And fools were looking at me like, oh, how did you do this? How did you do that? And I would tell them how I did it, and they would still try to say the same thing. Oh, well, that's too much cardio, burn fat, burn muscle, and this and that. And I was like, well, you asked me how I did it. I'm telling you how I do it. But a lot of fools are just too lazy to damn do it. Okay, so like I said, doing too much cardio will burn muscle if you are not getting the proper source of macros that you need in your nutritional diet. Okay, like I said, you need the proper amount of calories, you need the proper amount of macros within your diet. You need a proper weightlifting regimen, and you need to be able to involve good circuit training within your weightlifting regimen, or within your your exercise regimen, and it'll help you build muscle while you are burning fat without burning muscle, and it'll help you actually retain muscle. So I hope that helps you guys out. If you guys have any kind of questions about this, make sure to hit me up in my comment section. Make sure to email me. You all already know my email. I'll be posting my email all the time and stuff like that. And if you like the video, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already, and make sure to hit up my sponsor. Hit up my sponsors, RSP Nutrition. Hit up my sponsor, Lions Life Aesthetics. Hit up my sponsor, Determined Records. And if you need any ink, any kind of tattoos or artwork done, if you're in the Tucson, Arizona area, make sure to hit up my boy Levi over at Tattoo Avenue. He'll make sure to have you guys hooked up. Okay, so I hope you guys liked the video. Holla at your boy.
I swear, just wait up 100 on. I swear.